The Umbrella Academy has taken over Netflix by storm, and its next season has fans questioning all sorts. We have some crazy theories for you coming up, so stick around and see which one you think will happen. Which one you want to happen, or which one is just too far-fetched? Does Ben betray the Sparrows? Let's dive into this and more. Season 2 recap. The Umbrella Academy Season 3 has a lot of explaining to do with the introduction of the Sparrow Academy and a new version of Ben, who some think will betray his team and join the Umbrellas at some point. Superhero genre movies and TV shows have become very popular over recent years, so that's allowed for darker series to come about. That's where the Umbrella Academy comes in. It is a comic book series created by Gerard and Gabriel. It arrived on Netflix in 2019 and has become an instant hit, with fans now waiting for the third season. The Umbrella Academy follows the Hargreaves, 7 adopted siblings who were born on the same day, same time, and under the same circumstances. There were actually 36 other babies born as well. Scientific billionaire Sir Reginald Hargreaves then set out to adopt as many of those babies as he could, but only got 7. As the 7 started to develop superpowers, Reginald trained the kids and formed a team known as the Umbrella Academy. Reginald wasn't a very good father, so the Hargreaves parted ways throughout the years and reunited in 2019 for Reginald's funeral and to stop the apocalypse, obviously. By the end of the second season, the Hargreaves finally managed to return to their present, but it wasn't the timeline they knew. Instead, they landed in one where Reginald was still alive. The world didn't end, and Reginald didn't create the Umbrella team. Yikes, that doesn't sound like a situation I want to be in anytime soon. Instead, Reginald created the Sparrow Academy with 6 other children and Ben, the only Umbrella member he didn't meet in 1963. Ben is alive and doing well in this timeline, but he's very different from the Ben the viewers and the Hargreaves know. Sparrow Ben seems to be darker and more aggressive, and he's also number 2 in this new team of his. All of this had led fans to believe that he could betray his new team and join the Umbrella Academy all because of pride. What do you think of the second season? Did it surprise you as much as it did us? We were definitely shocked. What was your favorite part about the new season? Theory 1, manipulation. Now, the biggest theory for season 3 is the idea that Sparrow Ben's desire to become the leader can be used by the Umbrella Academy members against the Sparrow team. The new Ben is described as Machiavellian tactician, vicious, pragmatic, and hyper-vigilant, and determined to gain his status as the leader at all costs. This has all reminded some viewers about Diego's behavior in the Umbrella Academy Season 1. Diego spent the first season fighting for leadership and to show that he is the better leader, but in Season 2, they finally set all their differences aside and got rid of all the rankings, so they could work as a team. I thought that was a splendid idea. There was more than enough going on. They needed to be working together, not against one another. So Luther and Diego could use Sparrow Ben's desire to lead in their favor and offer him leadership of the Umbrella Academy. This way, he would prove himself to his Sparrow siblings his ability to lead. This would give the Hargreaves the upper hand in their rivalry against the Sparrow Academy, and they would complete the Umbrella team again. All sounds a bit crazy, right? Well, just you wait for these other theories we have for you next because they're a doozy. Theory 2, the Academy are dead. One theory that is completely out there is that Ben is alive because the rest of the Academy died. That's right, you heard that right. This one theory that has people talking and really thinking about the possibility. The Umbrella Academy is a show that has left many mysteries for fans, one of them being Ben's death. The end of Season 2 showed Ben alive in the new 2019 timeline, and people are thinking this can only happen because the rest of the Academy is dead. Why is this happening? Now, hear me out, okay? The team was formed by 7 superpowered kids, but viewers met the Hargreaves in the first episode, but only 6 were alive. Number 6, Ben died years before the events took place. Ben has been a part of the series because of Klaus's ability to communicate with the dead. Viewers have been able to get to know Ben, but everything about his death still remains a mystery. When the Academy makes it to the new 2019 timeline and they see Ben, this could be only because they were actually all dead in this timeline. Viewers have only ever seen glimpses of young Ben in Season 1 flashbacks, like when they're sent to stop a bank robbery. Ben was clearly the heart of the team, and his death deeply affected the rest of this. This contributed to the team parting ways as time passed. The Hargreaves could all agree that Ben's role in the family was so important that his death kept them together. He was so deeply missed that a statue of him was placed in the mansion. However, the details of his death have never been discussed in the show or the comics. Ben has been dead for most of the show, so there's little known about his powers, but thanks to Klaus, he's been able to make it somewhat corporeal to the point where he could use his powers to help his team. Ben's powers summon eldritch tentacles from a portal in his stomach and possession. Ben found out he could briefly possess people in Season 2. How did Ben die? But the biggest question is still, how did Ben die? Many people believed he killed himself because of what was engraved on his statue in the mansion, which read, "May the darkness within you find peace in the light." But after Season 2, other theories occurred. A flashback to Ben's funeral showed Reginald giving a speech and mentioning how Ben died during a mission and how his team failed to save him. Now, people think Ben might have sacrificed himself to save the team on this mission, but who really knows? I know who knows. Ben. Ben knows, and he needs to give us some answers. So, what does this all mean for this crazy theory? Well, Ben was the only member Reginald didn't meet in 1963, so when it came to adopting in the new timeline, he wouldn't know who Ben was. So obviously the missions would have been different with the Sparrow Academy, and this Ben is clearly different. Does that all make sense? I know, this theory is out there, but to be honest, I think it makes a lot of sense. sense. It also goes well with the whole time traveling thing. What do you think? Theory 3, the multiverse. The last theory I want to briefly tell you about is the multiverse theory. Let's jump right into it. Season 1 and 2 showed the Hargreaves being chased down by the Commission, an organization that manages and looks after the space-time continuum. The Handler had a personal issue with the Five and the rest of the team. Through the Handler, fans got to visit the headquarters of the Commission and got to see how things work there. In Season 2, there is one little detail, however. The Infinity Switchboard, through which the temp agents monitor the timeline for any abnormalities that could mess with the flow of time and allow them to detect threats. This means the Infinity Switchboard could show the temps a variety of timelines rather than just different points in time from the same timeline. Some fans have speculated that when the Academy failed to save the universe at the end of Season 1 and jumped to the 1960s, they created a new timeline completely. And that's why when they returned to 2019, everything was different. Reginald was alive, their team didn't exist, there was the Sparrow Academy, and Ben was alive too. If there is a multiverse in the Umbrella Academy, then the Infinity Switchboard is there to monitor all of these timelines. This means we could see the team traveling through many different timelines in order to find their own timeline. However, this idea is cool and can be plausible, but bringing in a multiverse could confuse things a lot. This series already has a lot to work with, and throwing this in there would mean the people would have to really pay attention to what's happening around them. But if there's something that can monitor all these timelines, then wouldn't they be able to see that people are jumping through them and seeing different universes? Wouldn't that be a problem that needs to be sorted? What if the Handler doesn't like that the Academy is able to do this, and then she gets involved to stop them from jumping timelines? Oh man, this could get pretty crazy pretty fast. Well, what do you think about these 3 crazy theories? They're pretty out there, but they kind of have to be with this show. Is there one you think is very plausible, or one that you think that is just too out of this world? Let us know down below.